Philippines that will clash right here. Let's remind you once again, we've got a thrilling match ready for you. Both these teams have won their match day one games. Philippines getting the better of Malaysia 2-0 and Indonesia winning their event 8-0 over Brunei Darussalam. So it's going to be a very, very exciting encounter to see how these two perform against each other. Will they extend their winning ways here? Well, I think that's a question that will be answered in about two halves. So stay with us. This is the ASEAN Under-23 Mandiri Cup 2025. And it is match day 2 of Group A. In total, it is the third day of the event in terms of the action. So it will be interesting as far as this match is concerned, and it will also be interesting tomorrow when we get into the Group B and the Group C encounters, which will be played, of course, at the Patriot Stadium. But right now, let's welcome our teams first, and then we have to do our alma mater, which of course is the national anthems of the respective nations. So first up, it's going to be the national anthems of our teams. First, the national anthem of Team Philippines. Now the national anthem of Indonesia. And here we go with the starting lineup. Nicholas Guimaraes underneath the bar for the Philippines. He'll be joined by Gavin Muins, Brian Ezekiel, Otto Abang Banatao, Anthony Mestyle, John Albert, Zachary Taninko, Jaime Rosquilo, Gian Vince, Uriel Delapo, Javier Alessandro, and the head coach, of course, Gareth James McPherson. So that was the Philippines 4-3-3. So while the Philippines go on with the 4-3-3 formation, we will, of course, get you acquainted with what Team Indonesia are doing, and also a quick look at our officials for the day. Our officials who dedicatedly do their job in with every match, and they play different roles. So and our main referee for today is Ali Ismail Mohammed Sami of Saudi Arabia. He's being assisted by Tomoyuki Umeda of Japan and Kilar Latsavong of Laos. Our fourth official is Koji Takasaki of Japan. Our reserve assistant referee is Chichuan Tanate of Thailand. And our match commissioner is Abu Bakar Mohammed Saifuddin of Malaysia. Referee assessor, Tangram Pricha of Thailand.
Your team condition for anyone. I don't accept. Silver, you take blue. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Blue.
So here, as you see it, you definitely have, of course, the two captains. Gavin Muins leading Team Philippines, and while we talk about that, here's the Indonesia formation with the 4-3-3. Mohammad Ardiansyah will be the goalkeeper. You've got Karak Errol Priyatna, the captain, Kakang Rudianto, Doni Tri Pamungkas, Robbie Davis, Tony Fermancia, Mohammad Rayan Hanan, Arkan Fikri, Rahmat Arjuna, Hoki Karaka, Mohammad Al-Razi, and of course the coach. Our coach is Gerald Mervyn Vandenberg for Team Indonesia, and that, of course, is the bench strength. And here's Gareth James McPherson, the head coach of the Philippines, and the Indonesia head coach, Gerald Mervyn Vandenberg. He also is the assistant to Patrick Kluivert, who is the former Dutch legend and current coach of Indonesia. And these two certainly bring it as a team. Did see, of course, the Indonesian national coach in the stands just a while back. So while the teams get ready, let's remind you once again that it was Team Indonesia that got the better of Brunei 8-0. As far as the Philippines are concerned, the Philippines had a 2-goal victory over Team Malaysia. And it's going to be a battle of sorts here as the blue get up against the white. You can call them what you want, but here we go into the game itself, and it is the Philippines who get it started, with Banatao getting the first touch of the ball. Well, you can call the host nation Garuda Muda, which means a young Garuda. You can call them Merah Putih, which is the red and white, and what the official Indonesian national team is also known as, call them the young Merah Putih. They've been an exciting bunch to watch. And I do believe, and that's the first collision that we've got, and it's Tony Fermancia. Seemed like he collided there with Hoki Karoka, with John Albert. Let's remind you that the Philippines under-23 team are in blue, while Indonesia are in white. And I do believe they've definitely got a chance here. Philippines have got a chance to take this game to the host nation, but keeping in mind the fact they've got home comforts, you've got a fantastic crowd here today. It's just growing. I mean, I've seen the Gelora Bung Karno Stadium heaving for national matches and splitting right at its seams. And match day 1, there was a decent crowd. Match day 2, it's just doubled. I shudder to think what'll happen if Indonesia make it through to the finals. This stadium will be overflowing, which is a good thing. There's nothing like seeing a full house. Back to the action here. So an opportunity, and it will be taken by Alfarezi. Time to get on the trot. Well, every time you know that a player from Indonesia gets it, there's going to be that. It's Donny Pamungkas, and he is brought down, which means it's going to be a free kick opportunity, and the referee's pulled out a card as well. It's Roskilo. He'll get a caution. So James Roskilo for that tackle. Oh, that was a bit nasty if you ask me. It's a fairly hard kick on contact, straight to the foot. Good call by the referee. Well, don't forget Pamungkas is one of the key players. He also plays for the national team. And he's from quite a number of the players for, Merah Putih who will play for the under-23 and the national squad. Karek Errol Priyatna is the captain today. Getting ready to take the free kick. That's Arkan Fikri. It's another lethal player when he gets going. Trying to figure out what Hoki Karaka was having a chat with the coach about. It's got a brilliant name actually. Hoki Karaka Bintang Brilliant. I wasn't joking about that. It's another wonderful player to watch in action. And Fikri, what's his plan going to be? Indonesia eager for that early goal. Defensive measures being taken by Team Philippines. So just a timely pass back. Philippines trying to hold on to possession, but Indonesia very sticky with it. The lads in blue will claim it back. It's been quite an amazing time for us here in Jakarta, where, well, the fever of the ASEAN Under-23 Mandiri Cup 2025 is on, and it's been quite amazing. Well, this is the 5th edition of the ASEAN Under-23 Championship, and Vietnam, of course, remain 2-time defending champions, having won the 2022 and 2023 editions. Don't forget that Indonesia were world champions in 2019, and they'd like to make it 2 as well. Because only, I think, Vietnam have won it, well, twice. I'm sure Thailand have also got their eyes on the prize. Philippines have not gone past the group stage in 4 appearances. 79% possession for Indonesia. For the Philippines, 21%. No attempts on goal as yet from either team. So the Philippines have making their 5th appearance, which means they've been a part of every single ASEAN Under-23 championship, and I have the deepest respect for them. So has many of the other teams like Malaysia, Cambodia, Timor-Leste. So it's amazing to see them back here. Philippines haven't scaled past the group stage. That was 2005, 2019, 2022 and 2023. 2022 also was a bit of a trying year, keeping in mind the fact that you had so much going on right around the world. And players just had to work a lot that more harder to get through that time. Good lift there. I think the idea would be to score as soon as possible, just try and get that early lead, and that must be foremost on the minds of the host nation. After all, it has been, well, they are considered one of the favourites here. Big run forward, Rayon, and he will be stopped there. Nicholas Guillaume holding that attack at bay. Dangerous player on his day, dangerous player, Mohamed Rayon Hanan. He's got the skills. And along with, well, Rob Davis, he forms a pretty lethal pair. One is an attacking player, the other a defensive midfielder. And they certainly had a good tag going when they played in the previous game. And that was against Brunei. A lovely pass ahead, but it will be covered. The official keeper of the young Ascals will hold his own here. Sends it straight back to Zachary Taninko. Received by Taninko, who takes the throw-in. Gavin Moons. Lovely pass there, but a bit too fast for Carino to get to it. It was John Albert stretching that across the pitch. And mind you, just for the record, I really did think that there was, of course, there are mainly a majority of Team Indonesia supporters here. You'll be surprised as to how many Philippines team supporters are in the crowd, and that's kind of amazing. Absolutely love it. Well, every time a cameraman's going to give us a shot of that, you'll probably get to see that. They've got supporters in the crowd. It's not just 1 or 2 family people. The fans have turned up today. From the right flank, gets that into the danger area. That's stopped by Guillaume. Once again, had his eye on the ball. 10 on 10 for that effort, but Rayon Hanan will be denied a second time around. And Nick Guillaume has to be on high alert here. Because he's blinked a couple of times and he's seen a flash of white. Throw an opportunity for Team Indonesia. Straight back to Ridianto. Here's Kadek. Fairly long there from Adiancia. Now stepping it up, here's Donny Pamungkas. Needs a helping hand. And Fikri decides to let one fly. Well, I said this earlier, this is a player that is hungry for goals. He's got a lethal foot on him. Just took a bit of time before he could go for goal. Getting a good bit of help there from Rehmat Arjuna. Rice. Still plays in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he plays for Juntendo University. Was born in Japan as well. You would have believed that there was an opportunity there, but Brian Villanueva won't allow it. And Taninko was trying to rile up Rob Davis. I don't think Rob Davis was too concerned about it. Well, he decides to assist there. Delapo. It was an attempt to convert by his teammate, but here goes Team Indonesia back again. It's Karaka. Hockey Karaka. Sending it back to Arkan Fikri. Pamungkas will avoid that kick. That's the captain of Team Philippines, Gavin Mons. Straight back from keeper Ardiancia. 42 passes for Philippines. Indonesia have 102 with 88% accuracy. Philippines 69% accuracy. 2 fouls conceded by the Philippines. No change in the scoreline. It's still been a tough battle, and that's taken well. Guimaraes. Well, he's had, I'm not going to take anything away from him. He's an exceptional keeper, but he's had his eye on that ball like a laser pointer from the time we've started this game. And he hasn't taken his eye off the ball. Even within that rumble a while back, but he was able to keep that Indonesian attack at bay and claim the ball as well instead of letting it lie loose. And to a great extent, it was always going to be that very sharp Indonesian attack against the last line of defense of the Philippines. Here goes Rob Davis. He's been a bit silent today. Sometimes this takes a bit of time to settle down, but I can't say the same about Mohamed. And Mohamed Al-Farezi trying to create an opportunity that was a bit too high. Pamungkas sends it through, and that lands by Rehmat Arjuna. Will turn away. So two of them missing out. Here's Pamungkas. So first it was Mohamed Al-Farezi to miss an opportunity, and then of course, well, his teammate Rehmat Arjuna. Having said that, it's pulled away now by Uriel Reis. Delapo. Delapo with an appeal, but I don't think the referee is really going to. We'll have a look at that. The result's fair. The Philippines do understand that the host nation likes to attack, and they play a very pacey game, and really what they're trying to do is temper that pace a little bit. They're trying to stall it, calm the waters, if that's what you want to call it. That's a quick pass to Banatao. Banatao needs a helping hand. Here comes Delapo. Delapo decides to send it back to Taninko. Taninko moving it to Moons, the captain, who's got, of course, Brian Ezekiel involved. Now here's Guillaume Marias playing totally out of position. He's actually come down the half, almost to the half. Well, just decided I need to stretch my legs a little bit today. Well, strong opposition there. No way past Kadek Ariel as Javier Alejandro finds out. Alejandro. So all said and done, I'm not surprised with the fact that we've scaled past a lot of time. We still haven't had a goal. These are both very, very formidable teams. They play a fairly strong game, just nearing the end of the first quarter. There's still about 2 minutes more to go. Looking to sidestep it. Indonesia still holding on to possession. Quick pass back here from Mohamed Al Farezi. Buffon. Well, that's a clearance, and as long as it works, he'll take it. That's Jean Solomon Craig. And that was a very timely clearance put up there by Craig. Throw an opportunity for Team Indonesia. Throw an opportunity. That's the first goal! It certainly looked like it bounced in. What a way to go! That appeal won't hold because it definitely went in. And it's Indonesia 1, Philippines 0. Took a bit of time for that breakthrough, but it's 22 minutes and a few seconds, and we are going to get a good view of that again. Well, that throw-in certainly produced some magic. And it looks like it's an own goal. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. It did come off Jaime Rosquilo's head, and that's his second own goal of the day. He was trying to defend it. So we had an own goal in the previous game as well. And Rosquilo, well, just surprised. So it's 1-0 Team Indonesia. As, well, Jaime Rosquilo has just, well, done the host nation a favour. So the Philippines will need to fight back to restore parity, but Team Indonesia have had the slight edge over them, and I'm just going to say that bluntly because they have had the slight edge over them in the last 22 minutes. But the Philippines have also got a knack of scoring against the run of play. So here's Pamungkas. Besides, since we got one in the bag, why not get the second one going? Ah, that's a bit of a wild shot. Mohamed Rayan. We'll wonder whether he could have actually passed that rather than gone for the target. And here we go with possession of 68% for Indonesia compared to 32 for the Philippines. 4 attempts on goal for Indonesia compared to 2 for the Philippines. 2 on target for Indonesia, none for the Philippines. That tells us a bit of a story so far, and that's what I meant by saying Indonesia have had a slight advantage over the Philippines in this first period so far. There's still a little under 20 minutes left here before we can end the first half. So here's Taninko now. Intercepted well by the midfield of Team Indonesia. Well, just a bit of a thumb forward to fake that pass so we could actually send it through. And once again, stealing possession. So 5 lads in white at once. You got 5 lads in blue looking to defend. Pulled away, but not for too long. And as we put it, you've got a slight injury there. So Kadek Ariel is not happy. Just having a word there with the referee for that tackle. I've never seen the Philippines come up with tackles like that. It's pretty strong actually, and it's Brian Ezekiel Villanueva. And referee Ali Ismail Mohammed was just instructing Villanueva. Well, you do want a heated game, but you don't want anyone getting injured. That goes to both sides of the fence. I'm trying to figure out what Guillaume Arias was telling him. Conversation there between the Philippines keeper and his player, and I think all should be well here. And Kadek Errol just shaking on it. Banatao. I told you these lads are friends, many of them. They know each other extremely well. Some have played alongside each other. Some have met each other on occasion, had exchanges, training camps, you name it. And this time Team Philippines decide to get in on the action. Now here goes Delapo. Getting it to Lucero. And that's pulled away by Rob Davis. There's Mohamed Rayan. And he's not happy at all about his jersey being tugged. One here from Gavin Moons. Gavin Moons, he has led his team fairly well. He's quite an experienced contender. Not that old, but seasoned enough. Well, the Philippines haven't been able to contain, that attack from Indonesia for too long, and they did finally cave in. But having said that, Indonesia still remain unmoved every time that the Philippines gets close to their goal area. And here goes Donny Pamungkas from the left flank, and it's Remat Arjuna who stepped in next, but pulled away by Bluebird. There's still a few exchanges going between them. So all said and done, it's still going to be quite a bit of time. You've got about 13 minutes left for Philippines to try and equalize, restore parity, get back on level terms, and maybe make a game of this, which I'm sure they can. The fact that they've restricted Indonesia to just one goal in 32 minutes also tells us a bit of a story. So it's all happening right here at the Gelora Bung Karno Stadium. Let's remind you once again that this, of course, is match day 2 in Group A, and this is the ASEAN Under-23 Mandiri Cup 2025. Good job being done there to push that ahead. Looking for a chance for an attack, and he's been doing it a couple of times. Hasn't been too much of work here for keeper Mohamed Adiansia. He's been actually, I can't say he's been chilling, but he's had it a bit easier than the opposition's keeper. And that's due to the attacks on goal being a lot less. Meanwhile, yes, Rob Davis stretches that ball across and out of into no man's land. Here's Nicholas. Guillaume Moraes finally gets behind it, and I have no clue what young Dalapo was trying to do. I think he was trying to trap the ball, but it's 34 minutes in, 11 shy of hitting the 45. Indonesia still holding a slender lead over Team Philippines at 1-0. Well, the last time there was a throw-in from a similar distance on the other side, there was a goal, and I do believe that that's going to be a bit of a concern for the Team Philippines shot stopper. Opportunity here, Nicholas Guillemot turns that away, but that's good going. But once again, the lads in blue form a wall there to keep it out. Certainly looked like there was a goal in waiting. And referee Ali Ismail reminding them of the time. There was another throw in there. Just the same, the ball did lie loose for a little bit. It was pretty much 8-on-6 with Rayan beating with resistance from Gavin Moons. Another throw into this time. It's not going to find the back of the net. Philippines defending tooth and nail, and I absolutely love this. Well, they did that on match day 1 as well. They defended tooth and nail against Malaysia, looked out for the opportunities, and finally took them when they came by. And another throw-in. This time, the Ascals, young Ascals, doing just enough to clear the danger. Rian Haman Rayan, well, he's been quite a revelation in this tournament, along with Rob Davis. I've seen them play before, but this level of play from them has been quite interesting. Just going to run you by how things are looking so far. And there we go. 248 passes for Indonesia with 90 accurate and 3 fouls conceded. Philippines have made 122 passes with 80 accurate and 2 fouls conceded. Bit of a trickle. I don't think he was expecting that shot to go forward as slow as it did. Just trying to figure out what that was. It's supposed to be a sneaky pass. Delapo looking for Javier Alejandro Mariona. Mariona did very well in the previous game. Going in with a shot corner. It's a clean tackle to pull it away, but not for too long. Interestingly, of course, Diancia. That looks like it might be another bit of a concern here. One more player down, but the referee will say play on. And he's back up and about, so no worry. Taking this forward. There's Arkan Fikri. Sends it to the left flank. Raymond Archana. And that's going to be a corner opportunity. Corner opportunity, it's always a well-accepted offering, and Arkan Fikri knows that best. Decides to go for a swirling one. No way through for Hockey Karaka to try to glance that in. But all said and done, just a few minutes more to go in this first half, and I'm sure the Team Philippines would like to regroup. They'll definitely dig in a little bit deeper, get a few instructions from the coach, and you'll see them. The odd thing about these two teams, which is also a good thing, both of them are very, very respectful of the coaches. And the reason for that is they pretty much do whatever's told to them with a tad bit of improvisation. And that's why you see these performances. They have good coaches, overlooking them. And the fact that they've football can listen to the coaches. That's probably one of the best things. Rayan sidestepping it. It's a big pass there from Mohamed Al-Farazi. So Indonesia 67% possession, Philippines 33. 7 attempts with 3 on target for Indonesia, 2 attempts on goal for Team Philippines, none on target. Well, that's a long arm. It will be taken very safely by Mohamed Ardiancia. And Banatao, just a tad bit of frustration for him because he's the lad that loves to strike. But having said that, well, each team you got to work in a different manner against. That's just got to lie. That's just got to lie loose. Well, the crowd support is just absolutely fantastic here today. And if you could have this crowd right from day one, oh, I'd be a happy camper. Having said that, I did mention it. It's more than twice the amount that have turned up after match day 1. And that's only going to increase for the next match day. That's going to go the way of Team Philippines. Straight back here now with Team Philippines. Pushing it forward, Brian Ezekiel. Picks out his man well. Does stretch diagonally across the pitch. So 2 minutes of added time is what we've got. There weren't too many stoppages, but 2 minutes of added time. That's James Roskilo. Just had his moment in that first period. It wasn't intentional, of course. You know, every defender goes through a rough time at least once in their lives. He plays for dynamic Herb Cebu, Jamie Roskilo. That's a spirited run down the right. And looks like this might be the last bit of action before we can get into the break. As keeper Ardiancia gets ready to take the kick. That's pretty much it. The end of the first period. It's been a constructive one for Team Indonesia, but unfortunately, if you actually look at the real facts, both teams have been playing a very balanced affair. Indonesia may have enjoyed more possession, but the goal that's been struck against them, of course, was brought on by an own goal by James Raskilo. To me, at halftime, it's Philippines 0, Indonesia 1, and the second half will be more or less like a decider. Stay with us, don't go anywhere.
Saat yang fokus pada mimpi, ubah cara pandang menjadi lebih simpel, tentukan prioritas yang lebih jelas, pencarian yang lebih mudah, hal yang esensial. Buka tabungan sekarang, kapan saja, di mana saja, bisa sendiri, dan mandiri, beyond super app. Saat yang fokus pada mimpi, ubah cara pandang menjadi lebih simpel, tentukan prioritas yang lebih jelas, pencarian yang lebih mudah, hal yang esensial. Buka tabungan sekarang, kapan saja dan di mana saja, bisa sendiri, lebih mandiri, beyond super app.
The work triggers, the iron hunters, the release, the inner circle. You aren't just one person, so why should your travels be any different? Discover the perfect stay for every you. Be our guest star. Look now at all our company.
Saat yang fokus pada mimpi, ubah cara pandang menjadi lebih simpel, tentukan prioritas yang lebih jelas, pencarian yang lebih mudah, hal yang esensial. Buka tabungan sekarang, kapan saja, di mana saja, bisa sendiri, lebih mandiri, Gabon. Saatnya fokus pada yang penting. Ubah cara pandang menjadi lebih simpel. Tentukan prioritas yang lebih jelas. Pencarian yang lebih mudah. Hanya yang esensial. Buka tablet sekarang, kapan saja, di mana saja. Music video, lebih depan mandiri, beyond super app.
Seluruh sobat Garuda di GBK, mau hanya voucher dan jet timnas? Yuk, langsung buka tabungan now dari Mandiri via aplikasi Living by Mandiri. Lihat layarnya ini, ikuti caranya gampang banget. Bukan klik Mandiri langsung dari stadion. Bukan Living by Mandiri. Lalu pilih tabungan Anda. Isi data diri kamu dan aktivasi langsung di sini di GBK hari ini. jersey timnas Indonesia. Dan jangan lupa, semua yang berhasil buka Camp Nou hari ini, voucher belanja Indomaret sudah menanti kamu di booth Mandiri. Buka klik by Mandiri, scan QR sekarang, dan bagikan keseruan kalian di hashtag @Mandiri dan hashtag #MandiriCup 2025. Terima kasih untuk Mandiri, official banking partner ASEAN Under 23 Mandiri Cup 2025.
Back to second half action at the Gelora Bung Karno Stadium, where it's been a spot of rain, and it's quite interesting because well, the rain never dampens the spirits of a contest like this, and that's for certain. We've seen that before on match day 2, or rather on match day 1 of Group B and C. So let's get straight back into the action here and welcome you back to the finest contest in Southeast Asia. And this, of course, is one that we've been waiting for, you know, right through. So let's get you through it and remind you that it's the ASEAN Under 23 Mandiri Cup 2025. It's Philippines and host nation Indonesia locked in a battle here. It was a score that is kind of unexpected. Was expecting a few more goals, but that's just me. But so hockey, Bintang Brilliant is off the field, and in for him, of course, it is Jens Raven. And then for Philippines as well, we've got a couple of substitutions. Jamie Resquilo is out, and you've got Jared Alexander who's in. Jared Alexander, Reyes Pereira, another exciting player to watch in action. And also it's Noah River-Liddell who has replaced Uriel Reyes Galapo. So there's number 2 and number 8 who've come in, and number 14 and 19 are off the pitch. So new players in, Noah River and Jared Alexander. That's Jens Raven replacing Hockey Bintang Brilliant. Didn't wait too long to get in there on the action, Jens Raven. And a quick word there to Brian Ezekiel Villanueva. As he clears the ball, that's a fairly clean clearance actually. It's gone opportunity, which will be taken by Arkan Fikri for Team Indonesia. And that header won't find its way through. That was Rudianto, while making the effort for his squad. Was looking to guide that in, but I think just got the wrong angle. And Indonesia look like they've come in with the purpose here. And that's kept away. But not this time. Jens Raven strikes. And you've got to get a view of that. So that's been ruled out. A bit unfortunate there. And I think, oh, the flag had gone up on the side. So, shuttle of joy for Jens Raven. It's still 1-0. Guillaume Moraes with a lovely save though first. I did think that he would stumble on the rebound, but had it covered. The man certainly had it covered. Not too thrilled about that move was Mohamed Al Farazi. His full name is Mohamed Al Farazi Buffon. It's got the last name of my second favorite goalkeeper of all time, Gianluigi Buffon. Very quickly, you'll look at how things have progressed for the teams. So 37% possession for Philippines. Indonesia have gained 63%. 2 attempts from the Philippines on goal, 9 for Indonesia with 3 on target. So that's been 2 brilliant saves by Nicholas Guillaume Moraes. So the scoreline remains unchanged, but having said that, we're still into the first 5 minutes of that second period. gets in. Mohamed Rayan Hanan. It's taken away by Arkan Fikri. Arkan slips it to Donny. Just a quick pass back will do the trick as Arkan stays with it. Yes, Tony. Straight back to the captain, Kadek Aril. So Donitri Pamungkas has to do the trot back. Well, I did think that there would be a bit of a change in, well, the plan of each team. And I think each of the respective coaches has actually worked out a plan to tackle the attack from the other team first. But I've said this before, the current Indonesian national team and the under-23 team are probably two of the finest teams I've seen in recent times. They have bite, they've got pace, they attack at will. Pretty much the same for Vietnam. Eagerly awaiting to see them and the Thailand team perform. That should be tomorrow. 192 passes. 80 accurate, 80%, and 3 fouls conceded for Philippines. Indonesia, 300 passes, 88% accuracy, and 4 fouls conceded. Except for the number of passes, it's actually almost a balanced affair between the two in terms of performance. Arkan just sending it back to his defenders. And the captain, Cadet Aril Priyatma, sorry, will get it. And here's Donny. Sips it to Rayan Hanan. That's pushed away by Guillaume Moraes. Nick Guillaume Moraes, once again, as I said, has his eye on the ball. Was anticipating that. Well, quick work being done there to ward off the danger. And that's another stop by Guillaume Moraes. Well, the Philippines keeper has taken that name shot stopper or the title very, very seriously. And the lads in white won't stop them from coming. They've been relentless in their pursuit of more goals here. Away by Taninko. He gets it away from Arjuna. That's Rahmat Arjuna Reski. Straight off to Kadek Aril Priyatma, the captain. Tony Fermancia. So Philippines have had 35% possession and 65% for Indonesia. 2 attempts on goal for the Philippines, 10 for Indonesia with 4 on target. So we've now changed that to 3 fantastic saves by Guillermo Morales. Ten minutes into the second period of play. Yes, Pamungkas. Here goes Donny down the left flank. Will deliver that in. Was there a handball? There was an appeal for it, but Jens Raven put his arm up. Was defended well. You've got to get a look at that footage once again. He is correct. Monsia will receive it back. But one thing's for certain, if you haven't noticed, the rain has let up. It just poured at the break. Probably wanted to cool things down a little bit. It's just a slight drizzle now. It was quite heavy before the players came on. And just a light drizzle now all over the place, which is a good thing. Sidestepping it, Jens Raven did not have sight of his teammate there. Davis, Vickery, there'll be a deflection and that's definitely going to be a corner. Well, whenever you want to take a shot on goal, you always got to view the lads in front of you, and sometimes there's a wall. Tends to be a bit of a problem, but sometimes you just want to go with the flow of the action. Arkan will take the corner for Team Indonesia. And once again, not taking any chances here. That's Philippines' last line of defense. He's been fairly stellar in his role. He was impressive when the Philippines played Malaysia as well. So as it stands, the Philippines looking for an equalizer. That's a quick enough pass, but that's pulled away by Team Indonesia. They've just got it organized on the back line. It's been very impressive. The lads in white. Philippines being led by Gareth McPherson of Australia. And Rosquilo's goal still stands as it's Philippines 0, Indonesia 1. So Gareth McPherson, an assistant coach of the Philippines women's national football team, also served as assistant coach and head technical analyst for the men's national football team. He's played a key role during their memorable run to the semi-finals of the 2024 ASEAN Championships. He was one of the pillars of that, probably the pillar, the only one, and further solidified his expertise as a coach. He holds the prestigious AFC Pro Diploma, the highest coaching certification in Asia, which is pretty cool actually. And on the other hand, you've got Gerald Mervyn Vandenberg, who's quite a revelation. Well, Indonesia just beginning to look a little bit more lethal, but that's pulled away by the lads in blue rather quickly. Taninko now moons. Here's Alexander. Javier Alexander. Well, that's got to be the strangest through pass ever. I think he wasn't expecting that, but unfortunate there for him. Taninko, and that ball just went through his legs then. Well, it was a throw-in for Team Indonesia. So here we have 210 passes for Team Philippines, 431 for Indonesia, 79% accurate for Philippines, 90% accurate for Indonesia. 3 fouls conceded by the Philippines, 4 by Indonesia. So it's been just one of those days when things have been very, very tight between the teams, and I would love to see what happens when we get to that last 20 minutes of play at least, because currently there's still a bit of time. And I think the good thing is that both these teams know each other's strengths. And Jens Raven says, I did nothing. And it's Brian Ezekiel Villanueva. He's down. With the left forearm. Now Raven's a fairly tall lad, so I think the referee just cautioning him, go easy mate. Well, that would have been such a lovely through pass, but the captain of Indonesia had it covered. Even as Chian Karai was trying to get that ball through. Kadek just making sure he cleared it. Kadek Arul Priyatno. He's got 2 goals in the bag, and I'm sure that he'd be hoping to do a lot more than that, and that's Otu Banatao. Tony Fermancia. It's back to Tony from Alfrezi. 65 minutes in. As you know, we'll let that move on to the opposition. Well, he has to. So while we spoke at length about the Philippines coach, we will take a look at the Indonesia under-23 coach as well. Well, that's a step too many from Baratao. I do believe that Rian could hold the key here, sends it back to Pamungkas. Pamungkas moving it to his captain, Kadek. Kadek will receive it back from his goal defender. Well, Team Indonesia have been exploiting new avenues as far as the attack is concerned. They've been very experimental here today, and what's interesting is, of course, that the Team Philippines has been combating that, and that's not something you see. To dance toe-to-toe with a team that is, well, hungry for goals, fit as ever, and really, really in good nick in terms of their skill sets. Well, that's admirable. To Jared Alexander. Tony Fermancia was running, of course, and I think that was spotted by the referee on the side too. And we also have Pamungkas who's down. Looks like he's got a slight worry regarding his thigh muscle, or probably the hamstring. And that was Rehmet Arjuna being denied, and even though it was a deflection off Jens Raven, we got a change coming on here as Corino will come off and replacing Corino. It's going to be Andres Rafael Tevez Aldeguer for the Philippines. And we also have Martin Joshua Marino, who's coming in for Brian Ezekiel Villanueva. So another opportunity as Mariona's got the free kick. It's going to be a throw-in for Team Philippines. So we've got two lads coming in for Team Indonesia, and coming on it will be Frankie Dina Misa, and along with him Victor Benjamin Waldetan, and they replaced Rahmat Arjuna Reski and Doni Troy Pamungkas.
Substitution for Indonesia, every level, Rahmat Arjuna Reski, replaced by number 17, Victor Waldetan.
The ball's just going to lurk around that area. And Jens Raven has keeled over, and Aldegur trying to figure out what the issue was. Well, did get a nudge there from Aldegur. And it's a caution. So it's a bit blatant actually, but having said that, we'll leave it to the referee to call it. So Andres, Rafael, Tevez, Aldegur. Picks up a caution. And Jens Raven is back to the pitch. That's good interception from the Philippines back line. Now pulled away just for a short time by Jared Alexander. But here goes Team Indonesia back on the trot. Guillaume Moraes caught out of position. Oh, that could have been dangerous, but he's back in the air to stop it. And that's cleared. Oh, that was living life dangerously. Team Philippines. And Indonesia could have had their second goal here. A real rush of action. Well, here goes Erkan Fikri. Fikri denied the opportunity. He was back on target though. But Guillaume Moraes will save the blushes first and then actually makes the save. For an opportunity, Robbie Davis will take it. And the referee is not happy with Garrett McPherson. And that's quickly accepted. And I think well, referee Ali Ismail Mohammed Sami was just making sure. That he's kept order on the pitch. opportunity. Team Indonesia, a back header. Guimarães scrambles, but he gets to it. Well, I've got to say, if the score remains unchanged, he's probably going to be the pick for the player of the match. And even if Indonesia win this with the current scoreline, of course, if the scoreline changes, it could be entirely different. But that is some performance put on by the Philippines goalkeeper. That is some performance. Frankie hasn't had too much of time on the pitch, so he's going to be happy to get that. It started, but it was struck forward by Noah Liddell. And Craig just using the element of surprise. Liddell decided to turn it around. Good save there by the Ancia. Just wonder what the skirmish was about, or what the chatter was about in the dugout. Vickery once again does have an obstacle in front of him. Yes, Mohamed Rian. Frankie puts that up. It's definitely an opportunity here for the team to score. And Indonesia may have just missed out on another scoring opportunity. Frankie Misa is down and Rian Hanan helps Pena up. There was Pena going over and he collided with Frankie. Frankie giving him the push, of course. Yes, Tony Fermancia. Flanked by Brian Ezekiel. Sorry, by Dianto. Now here's Jens Raven. Raven comes down the right flank. Needs a bit of a helping hand there. The Philippines will defend. And that's a ton of lads in the fray. But that sea of blue keeping out the surf or keeping out the white. Well, we've had scoring matches right through this entire event, but none that has been, well, so hard fought. Both teams have fought tooth and nail to defend here. And sometimes even low-scoring games have their own charm. So just about 10 minutes odd left in this game. The Philippines also bringing on their own attack. Well, not all of it has been very strong, but Indonesia has, well, defended. I'm just trying to figure out what, well, Martin Joshua Marina was doing. He was just taking down players like it was pinball. but nothing that wasn't, well, a part of the game. So 9.5 minutes. Here's Kadek. Straight back to Ardiancia. Tony Fermancia. Well, attempting to find his way through and did work it pretty well for some time. That was an interesting move from John Lucero earlier. And that's another caution being handed out. And that's to Karaig. Well, a challenge from Karaig on Robbie Davis. And Jehan Vince Karaig has picked up a caution. And I do believe that one of the things that Team Indonesia have done very well is they've actually kind of kept Otu Abang Banatau or Otu Bisong Banatau away from the ball. And that is very smart play. We just had a look at our sole goal scorer, unfortunately, in this game. And that's the defender, James Roskello. And Gavin Moons having a word with the official. Arkan Fikri goes in with the short pass. 67% possession for Indonesia with 16 attempts on goal and 7 on target. Philippines have had 33% possession with 4 attempts and 1 on target. That's interesting, very, very interesting. And that was the one that was sent forth by Noah River Liddell. And just what I was saying about Banatau, just organized it well to keep him away, and that's the plan. You want to single out the main striker, and I do believe that, to be fair, Philippines have done just the same with Jens Raven. They know he's their main striker. They know what he's capable of, and well, it's kind of keeping the main strikers of each team at bay. But then, having said that, the Philippines also have a lot of versatile players and who can come in and step up and score. And Indonesia have got a ton of them. Straight back from Liddell to his skipper, to his goalkeeper. .261 passes for the Philippines, while Indonesia at 541. 80% accuracy for the Philippines, 90% for Indonesia. 5 fouls conceded by Philippines, 6 for Indonesia. Look at how close that is. The only thing that's separating them is really the passes. Where Indonesia have a lot more passes. And I do believe it's a slight worry there for Mohamed Al-Frazi. I think his leg could have cramped up. That was Gavin Mons. Brought down earlier by Al-Frazi. So the Mandari Cup 2025 does continue. It's been another amazing day here. First Brunei and Malaysia, and then of course this really tough game being played out here, and plenty of rain. And it's been a massive, event in terms of a contest. A very, very well played, well planned, well strategized contest on both sides of the half line. Having said that, if the Philippines fail to equalize here, it will be Indonesia in the driver's seat. And they'll have 2 wins in the bag. And that would effectively mean the Philippines will have 1 game to play, and their fortunes will be left to chance, because if Malaysia win their game, that throws open the second team in the group position to progress. So and you can't take anything away from either of these teams here today. But the Philippines will only have themselves to blame, even if it's a mistake. And Arkan Fikri is not happy. And the captain, Kadek, will just helping Jared Alexander pen up. Well, it's just about a little over a minute left before we can hit the 90. There will be a bit of added time for stoppages. It might not be too much injury time, but we've had a few worries here, and that's Penna. Moraes. He's played a very, very important role here today. We've also got a change coming on. As for the Philippines, it's Cian Gabriel Colson coming in. So Cian Gabriel Colson comes in. Victor Benjamin Deton will have to take his time out and get back in. And it is the 5 minutes of added time. So Karag has been replaced by Well, Gulson, and 5 minutes of added time. That's a good 5 minutes. Nick Guillaume-Moraes will not have to worry too much about this. Well, even as he had Rudianto a bit too close there. Well, I totally forgot to do what was needed. I was got lost in the action, was talking about the Indonesia under-23 coach, Daryl Mervyn of Vandenberg. He's a Dutch player, former Dutch player. Well, Rayan Hanan goes ahead. It's tackled there by Liddell, and Liddell will pick up a caution. And I don't think, well, the Indonesian team is too happy because that's one of their main players. Well, Liddell did get to the ball. Not going to fault him for that. Take a look at that. But was aiming for it at least. And the referee's called his decision, so Noah Liddell will get a caution. And that's a good decision by the official. And that's the Indonesia national coach, Patrick Kluivert. Patrick Kluivert, of course, comes from that legendary Dutch team, which had a number of other big players in there, including, if I'm not mistaken, Rod Gullit, Frank Rijkaard. Now, here's the good part. If you look back at this, Daryl Mervyn Vandenberg, who was assistant coach of the Indonesian national team and the head coach of the under-23 national team. Well, he played for the Eredivisie with a total of 372 games and 112 goals for Ajax and PSV, two major clubs back then abroad. And he's earned more than 40 caps for his home team, for his national team, the Netherlands. He's a very, very interesting man. He's also played in Japan, France, and Germany, and he brings all that experience into his coaching style. And you can see the change in the under-23 team. It's quite fascinating. I'm still trying to figure out why Marino had his hands in the air. Larkan Fikri. That one did curve, but it curved away from the target and just behind it. We've got a cheer coming on. It's been a while since we heard that. And as we get into the, I'm not going to say tying, but the closing minutes of the game. What a cheer. Philippines to understand that time is running out for them. They would like to get in on the action as soon as they can. And that's pretty much it. As a referee, Ali Ismail Mohamed Sami brings this game to an end. It's been an interesting battle, a very hard-fought one, and a single goal that separates, well, the teams, with Philippines claiming the victory through that own goal from Jamie Ruskello. And Kluivert is a happy man. To be fair to him, he actually looks younger. That's quite interesting. But what an event this has been. So, on match day 2 in the second game, it is the final score. It's Philippines 0, Indonesia 1. Indonesia getting the victory, of course, on the basis of that own goal from Ruskello. Well, thank you so much for sharing the action of this encounter with us. Tomorrow it's going to be time to move to the Patriot Chandrabhaga Stadium, and I'm Glenn Mascarenas, and I'll be there for those games as well. For now, it's time for me to say goodbye.
Okay, Coach. Another 1-0 defeat tonight. How would you assess your team overall performance in such a tight match?
Considering where we were a week ago, there is a lot of promise for football in the Philippines. What these men did tonight, they should be very proud of. And there are some clear areas of our game that we can improve, that we need to improve as well. But overall, it was a fantastic crowd in a lovely stadium and a very competitive game. I mean, all the way down to the very, very, very last kick. So I'm very proud of the team.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Thank you. Oke, Robi, gol kemenangan datang dari tekanan yang Anda ciptakan. Apakah menurut Anda ini bukti bahwa detail kecil seperti lemparan jauh bisa mengubah jalannya pertandingan?
Tentunya di pertandingan situasi maupun tenang bebas, mau throw in, selagi kita bisa manfaatkan menjadi gol, kita manfaatkan.
Oke, bagaimana cara pembagian peran kamu dengan Tony sebagai double pivot karena kalian berdua ada di mana-mana dan main sangat tangguh?
Tentunya ini peran bukan dari saya atau Tony, tapi semua pemain saling melengkapi ketika ada yang menyerang, siapa yang bertahan, jadi organisasinya udah pasti.
Oke, terima kasih Robi, sukses.
Amin.
It's the second match of match day 2 in Group A, and Philippines and Indonesia will clash here. Here goes Ran Hanan. And that will be kept away by Nick Gomaris. Well, could be something in here. Once again, Mohamed Rayan kept away by the Philippines goalkeeper. Yes, Arkan Fikri, and that goes past the away post. Throw-in opportunity, and that's found its way through. That's definitely a goal, and it looks like it came off, well, Jamie Ruskello's head. Well, it certainly did. It's an own goal, and Indonesia have got the lead. Unfortunate for the Philippines defender. Could be another one in here for Rehmat Arjuna, but kept away by Nicholas Guimaraes. And there goes Rehmat Arjuna back again. And that goal exposed there. Here goes Arkan Fikri, but he'll be kept at bay by Nicholas Guimaraes. Well, the Philippines goalkeeper putting on a stellar performance here today. And finally, the Philippines get one through. Liddell denied. Arkan Fikri takes the free kick, but it's not going to worry the Philippines goalkeeper. And it's ended, well, Philippines 0, Indonesia 1 through that own goal from Ruskello. Thank you so much for joining us for this encounter.